Hello my precious jewels, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's Julie, and if you like makeup tutorials, makeup hauls, makeup reviews, first impressions, and all things beauty, then you've come to the right channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys my brow routine. A few of you guys have complimented on my brows and asked for a tutorial, so today I'm going to film this short, sweet, and quick tutorial. So if you guys are interested in a new brow routine, or you just want to see how I do my brows, then I'm going to show you. This is going to be my brows from start to finish. I was away for the last 3 weeks and now I'm back. I have not done anything to my brows. I haven't even put makeup on. I think I put makeup on like one day. Like, it was just me running errands while I was away. It was not the trip that I thought it was going to be. But anyway, I'm back and I'm here to show you guys my brow routine. So hopefully this is something that you guys are interested in seeing and you will stay tuned for the video. Please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Also, if you are not subscribed and you've been here before, I would love it if you would join the family. This is my favorite brow pencil. This is the Benefit Precisely My Brow in shade number 5. I brushed up my brows just to see how much work that I have to do. Usually what I do is I'll use any spoolie. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one that I'm gonna be using in the tutorial. You know, sometimes, like, I do have makeup brushes that have a spoolie on the end. Sometimes I'll use that. First of all, let me show you what I use to do my brows. I use a tweezer. This is a Tweezer Man tweezer. I use one of these little miniature razors, which I normally get them from like TJ Maxx or something like that. I use a brow gel when I really want my brows to stay in place. I have these cute little scissors that I use to trim the hairs to even out the look, and I use a brush. This is the Wet n Wild Small Concealer Brush. This is one of my favorite brushes to carve out my brows. And I also have some other ones. I usually get these from like Five Below or Walmart because they're like $1. Sometimes I go to Dollar Tree. And I also use a concealer. I try to sometimes base the concealer shade on what I'm going to be doing with the eyes. If I don't know what I'm doing, or if I don't know what color story or what palette I'm going to be using, then I'll use a neutral concealer that's very close to my skin color. When I do my brows, you see all of these little hairs right here? I usually take my tweezer and pluck them. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys. Yeah, I'm going to bring my mirror a little bit closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. But this is a slanted tweezer, and I usually see my shape that I want, and it's usually where the hair is the darkest because that is usually the shape that I shape them to. I've been plucking my brows for so long that the hair doesn't grow in every spot, and it may grow in if I was to let it go 6 months without doing anything to them, but I don't do that. So you can see I have a slight arch in my brow. So I'm just going to take this tweezer, and I hate to turn to the side, but the mirror is on the side of me. So yeah, and I'm just gonna pluck these longer hairs. Yeah, I'm just gonna pluck these longer hairs. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, doesn't that hurt? You see the amount of hairs that we pulled out? I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I know people are like, oh my god, I can't pluck my brows because it hurts. And it stings a little bit, but it doesn't hurt because I've been doing it for so long. So what I will do is, if I want a certain area to grow in, then I'll leave that area and I won't pluck it. So I'm just going into the areas that I have hair that I want to remove. And I don't know if you guys can see that hair. Yeah. So that's what I do. I just pluck it. And this is in real time. I use any size tweezer. Sometimes I use the smaller one. This is just what I had handy right now. I keep a tweezer in my pocketbook and I keep a tweezer in my makeup room, in my bathroom, because when I get these hairs under my chin, I like to pluck them. So yeah, I just want to go and pluck the hairs. So now, I know this is like covering my face, right? Can you see my face? Is it blocking it when I do that? I hope not, because I really want you guys to see. Maybe I'll try to use this mirror that's in front of me, because I really want you guys to see what I'm doing. What I do is I make sure that I'm not tweezing too much. I'd rather leave some than take too much off. Now, years ago, I used to go get my brows threaded, and I used to go to get them waxed. The wax breaks me out. Every time I would go get them threaded, if my regular person wasn't there, my brows would be shaped different. So they don't grow the same. So I just do it myself now. It saves me time and it saves me heartache when I go and somebody messes them up. I'm just gonna do one eye and then I'm gonna go off camera and do the other eye. Once I do the tweezing, then I brush them up again. Like, I brush them up a few times while I'm doing it because the hairs will, you know, go back to where they want to go. And I just want to see like if there's any spots that I need to take the scissors and cut them. What happens is I brush them up, even in the areas where you don't think it's much hair. But see right here, like, I'm gonna pluck all of that and I'm gonna clean that up. I like to pluck first and then use a razor because when I pluck, I'm plucking the hair from out of the root. When I use that razor, it's only getting the surface hairs. So I definitely like to pluck them first and then clean it up with the razor. Now, when I pluck, I don't get any bumps. If I was to shave this much hair off without plucking it, the next day the hair will be back. So one more time, I'm gonna go in with this spoolie and see how they're looking better already. And I'm just gonna take these scissors. These are my favorite scissors, and I'm just gonna use these and trim. See how it looks better already? Now I'm gonna take the little razor and a mirror, an up-close mirror, so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to I hold the razor on an angle so that I don't cut myself. See all of the hairs that come off? Yeah, so I hold the razor on an angle so that I don't cut myself. And I take this razor and I go here because I just want the area to be smooth. And one more time. So that's our brow for the most part. So I'm just gonna take this 91% alcohol. I'm gonna put it on this cotton round and I'm just gonna clean the area that I took the hair from so that I don't get no hair bumps. And that's it. Let me do the other one, then I'm gonna show you how I carve them out. But you guys have seen me carve them out before, but I'm gonna show you what I do, okay? So one thing I wanted to bring to you guys' attention when I'm using the scissors, right? I'm using it opposite the direction that the hair grows in. Like, my hair goes this way on my brow, so I will take the scissors and kind of lift the hair and cut it, if that makes sense. Just so I'm getting all of the hair that's longer and out of place. This is what our finished brows are looking like. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my pencil, and I don't have any specific way that I shape my brows. What happens is I try to get an arch all the time. So I try to do like a line at the bottom and just kind of carve out what I want. So I like the way that is coming out, this arch right there, like that curve in the brow. Let's see if we can do the same thing on this side. What's so good about using that alcohol is that it's no oil on the skin, so you can really get the shape that you want. So yeah, so I'm just gonna take it all the way under, and then I go here. So I start where kind of like my nostril is and use like an invisible line, and then I will start filling in. And I just love this pencil because it gives you so much color payoff. The point doesn't break often, and I'm going pretty hard with it. I'm doing hard strokes because that's just me, I'm heavy-handed. But yeah, so that is our shape. It's looking good. Let's hope we can get the other side the same way. You know, you try to even out so you don't look crazy you leave a equal amount of space. And again, I'm bringing this up over my nostril right here. And then I'm gonna get started just sketching it out, because that's really what it is. I'm sketching out the brow. I like that. Sometimes my brows are so much higher or lower than the other brow. Like, to me, this eye looks higher. So I will go into this one and just bring it up a little bit higher. Still trying to keep that arch, just to even them out. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Wait, now this one don't have an arch in it. So for the most part, that is our shape. And I just like to go in with the spoolie and kind of brush out the brow area right at the tip, because when you don't fade it out a little bit, it looks so strong and fake. So I just try to fill in what looks sparse. And this was really good. Doing my brows right after alcohol. I don't have moisturizer on my face, and I think that's helping too. But just look at how that looks. That looks really, really good. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. The reason why I use the camo, this is not the hydrating one. So you want it to dry down, because you're gonna wind up putting it all over your lid, and you want it to dry down. So this shade is Deep Olive, which is not my skin tone, but it's very close to my skin tone. This is what we have. I take a little bit on the brush on both sides, and I just start to carve. And I carve below the area. I aim for below where I already carved it out. Sometimes I go so high up in the area where I already sculpted out the brow that it changes the shape. So I really try to stick to where there's no skin, but get as close to the area as possible. See, like right here. I want to fix that. I probably could put a little bit more of the concealer on my lid because it's drying out. I'm gonna do the other side. Oh, and you want to make sure that you don't have a lot on your brush, right? Like, try to thin it out and make it where it's enough but not too much, because it will kind of build up and look gooky. Yeah, add thin layers. That makes it better, especially when you're closer to the brow. When you get down here, you can do whatever, you know. I just usually take the brush that I'm gonna be blending it out with. Like, I'm gonna use this brush right here. This is a Sephora 57 brush, if I'm not mistaken here. And I just go in and blend it out on my lid. And you want to make it even. When you blending this out, most people use an eyeshadow primer, which I have some, but that's not what we're doing today. Yeah, you want to make sure that you blend it out evenly but thin, because when it dries down, you want your eyeshadow to be seamless with no creasing, and you want it to last. This concealer is long lasting. It's a 16-hour concealer, and it dries down, so you shouldn't have any issue. Now this has an olive tone, and I don't know why I'm using this one, because this is the concealer. I don't know if you guys remember a couple months ago, I kept saying everything looked green to me. All of the eyeshadows had a green undertone. That's because this is Deep Olive, and it was definitely pulling green. But today we are using a brown shadow, so hopefully we don't have that issue. My voice is a little hoarse because this weather just keeps changing. It was 70 degrees here yesterday, or maybe even 72. It was beautiful. Now today is 50 something degrees. So that is our brows, and I usually look at them to see if they look even. Sometimes you have to go back in at the end and fix it. But right now, I think they look pretty good. So that's how we're gonna leave. I'm gonna come back at the end of my makeup being completed and show you the finished look and just go over what we did. Every product that I used will be listed and linked below in case you guys are interested in, you know, purchasing something or something similar. I don't know that these little scissors, it looks like a little, like a stork. I don't know if you, these were like a big deal back in the days. Maybe like 3 years ago. Well, that's not back in the days, but they were like a big deal a couple of years ago, and my cousin brought me a pair, and I thought that was very sweet. So yeah, so this is what our eyes are looking like, guys, and I'll be back after I finish my makeup to go over everything and just show you how the eyes came out. But I think this looks good so far. I'm gonna come back and show you what my brows are looking like after I finish my makeup, okay? Okay, my precious jewels, I'm back, and this is the final look. This is what our brows are looking like. They look beautiful, very well manicured. I guess that's what you would call it. Hopefully you learned something in this video. It was short and sweet, but I wanted to show you guys how I do my brows and what the finished product looks like. I love you, my precious jewels. Thank you so much for watching. If you love this video, please give the video a thumbs up. If you've been to this channel before and you have not subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. I love you so much, my precious jewels. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. Hopefully you guys enjoy them, and I will link another video on the screen so you can keep watching. I do have another brow tutorial from when I first started doing YouTube, but yeah, I'll link that video so you can see the growth. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your continued support, and I'll see you in the next video.